You too, what's good? It's your boy FSD coming back with another video, man. Today we got the Simpsons predicted 2025, and it's terrifying. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get straight to it.
Welcome back to the most amazing channel, where we uncover the strangest mysteries and predictions hidden in pop culture. Today, we're diving into something chilling: The Simpsons and their vision of the future, specifically the year 2020.
It's crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Whoever the writers, producers, executives of this show, bro, they gotta be time travelers.
Over the decades, the show has made countless predictions, from presidents to pandemics, but some of their future-set episodes contain hints about where our world may be headed. And let's just say, it isn't all sunshine and donuts. From dystopian technology to economic collapse, these predictions for 2025 will leave you questioning just how much of Springfield's world could become our own.
That's crazy.
Prediction number 10, the rise of AI overlords. One of the most unsettling predictions from The Simpsons comes from its many Treehouse of Horror specials, where technology often takes a dark turn. In one episode, a smart house becomes self-aware and tries to control the family, even attempting to kill Homer. In another, robots rise up against their human masters. At the time, these stories were just spooky satire, science fiction designed to poke fun at our growing
gang. We do gotta look out for a lot of bots. I ain't gonna lie, these bots is damn near about to take over. AI is already super advanced, and that's just what we could get a hose to. You know what I'm saying? All the technology that's advanced, and like China and all that. Like, you know what I'm saying? They already got the flying cars and all this extra stuff, but bro, technology about to be something serious in these next few years.
On machines. But here we are in 2025, standing on the edge of that very reality. Artificial intelligence is no longer confined to labs or science fiction. It's in our homes, on our phones, and even in our workplaces. AI assistants can now hold conversations, generate art, write scripts, and even replace jobs in fields like customer service, journalism, and education. Robotics is advancing at the same time, with machines capable of doing factory work, deliveries, and even surgical procedures. The scary part? Experts warn that 2025 could be the tipping point where automation and AI truly reshape the global workforce. Millions of jobs may disappear, replaced by algorithms and robots that don't need breaks, paychecks, or
that's the Diddy white parties.
May disappear, replaced by algorithms and robots that don't need breaks, paychecks, or sleep. While technology promises convenience, it also raises a terrifying question. Will humans still have a place in the economy, or are we marching toward a future where AI is in charge? The Simpsons might have been joking, but their vision of machines turning against us suddenly feels a lot less funny and a lot more like a warning. Prediction number 9, cashless society and digital currency. In several futuristic episodes, The Simpsons have shown a Springfield where traditional money has completely vanished. Instead of cash, people swipe digital credits or use bizarre futuristic payment systems. Back when these episodes aired, it was all played for laughs, imagining a time when paper money and coins would be obsolete. Fast forward to today, and that prediction looks alarmingly accurate. Around the world, countries are experimenting with central bank digital currencies. These are digital versions of national currencies that could eventually replace physical money altogether. By 2025, many governments are expected to roll out their own central bank digital currencies in an effort to modernize economies and keep up with the rise of crypto. On the surface, this might sound convenient. No more wallets stuffed with bills, no more lost change. But there's a darker side. A fully cashless society means every single transaction can be tracked, monitored, and even controlled. Imagine buying something and having the government or a corporation block the purchase because it doesn't meet their guidelines.
That'd be crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. A cashless world is insane, bro. No cap, but it's headed in that direction because everything is digital now, bro. You know what I'm saying? People making all type of transactions digital now.
Financial freedom being dependent not on your wallet, but on a digital system you have no control over. That's why The Simpsons' cashless gags hit so hard today. They highlight a future where convenience might come at the cost of privacy and independence. If 2025 is the year digital currency truly takes over, it could be one of the most terrifying predictions to come true. Springfield may have been laughing, but we might not be. Prediction number 8, environmental collapse. One of the scariest things The Simpsons has shown us is what happens when the environment spins out of control. In the Simpsons movie, Springfield becomes so polluted that the government literally drops a giant dome over the city to contain the mess. Across other episodes, there are jokes about toxic waste, mutated animals, and constant references to Mr. Burns polluting the town with his nuclear plant. It was always meant as satire, but looking at the world in 2025, it doesn't feel like a joke anymore. Real-world scientists warn that by the middle of this decade, climate disasters will intensify. We're already seeing more wildfire.
I ain't gonna cap, bro. This world coming to an end game. This world is coming to an end. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's too much going on at this point, bro. Anytime we got cartoon shows predicting things before it even happened, bro. Like, how did they predict this moment? You know what I'm saying? Like, how? How, my nigga?
Record-breaking heat waves and floods devastating entire cities. Air pollution is so bad in some places that children grow up with lifelong health issues. And just like Springfield's dome, some experts have even floated ideas about geoengineering, giant artificial interventions to try and fix our broken climate. Could 2025 be the year when parts of the world start looking eerily like Springfield's environmental nightmare? Imagine a city where the air is unbreathable without filters, or where constant storms make life impossible. The Simpsons may have exaggerated for laughs, but their image of a community trapped by its own pollution doesn't seem far off anymore. If things keep going the way scientists predict, we could be living in a version of Springfield that's not so funny and terrifyingly real.
Best thing I can tell y'all is to repent ASAP, grow a close relationship with God. That's your best bet. Cause I don't know how long we plan on being on this earth, you know what I'm saying? Cause it's already too much going on now, so I could just imagine for the next coming of the years, bruh, we cook.
Prediction number 7, food shortages and lab-grown meat. Food has always been a running gag in The Simpsons, from Homer's obsession with donuts to Lisa's ethical battles as a vegetarian. In the classic episode, Lisa the Vegetarian, Lisa pushes back against the family's meat-heavy diet. Later episodes go even further, joking about futuristic meals that look suspiciously like Soylent Green, processed food replacements that seem both unappetizing and creepy. Fast forward to today, and the jokes suddenly look like warnings. Global reports predict that by 2025, food shortages could become a real crisis. Supply chains are already fragile, farmland is shrinking due to climate change, and rising populations are putting enormous pressure on traditional agriculture. Enter lab-grown meat and synthetic food. Once a futuristic idea, now rapidly becoming a reality.
You really gotta watch what you eat and everything now, bro. No cap, like, bro, this world, bro.
These are racing to perfect cultured beef, chicken, and even fish, with 2025 projected to be the breakout year where these alternatives go mainstream. While this might sound like a sustainable solution, it raises unsettling questions. Will people have a choice, or will shortages force us into eating artificial food, whether we like it or not? Will dinner in 2025 look less like a home-cooked meal and more like something straight out of a Simpsons gag? The Simpsons used humor to highlight our weird relationship with food, but they're
eating Simpsons food at this point, bruh. Animated food, animated pork chops. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is going on?
exaggerated vision of synthetic meals doesn't feel so far-fetched anymore. As we approach 2025, the idea of surviving on lab-created meat isn't just a punchline. It might be our new normal, and that's more terrifying than funny. Prediction number 6. Mass surveillance state. Over the years, The Simpsons has sprinkled in plenty of gags about spying and constant monitoring. From government vans parked outside The Simpsons' house to jokes about implanted microchips and even secret agencies watching Springfield's every move, the show has always played with the idea of a Big Brother world. Back in the 90s, this felt like over-the-top satire, but in 2025, it's becoming reality. Around the globe, facial recognition technology is spreading at an alarming rate. Smart Smart cities use sensors to track traffic, behavior, and even personal habits. Drones buzz over public spaces, and some governments already use them for surveillance and law enforcement. Combine that with smartphones logging our locations 24/7, and suddenly Springfield's paranoia looks less like a joke and more like a preview. What makes this prediction so terrifying is what happens when the balance tips too far. In a mass surveillance state, privacy becomes nearly impossible. Every purchase, every conversation, every step could be tracked.
Bad enough y'all already got us hooked to a goddamn social security number, gang. We got a number to our name when we born, my nigga. Then not to mention face recognition and all this extra stuff. Bro, ain't no way, bro. Society is really weird.
Stored and analyzed. By 2025, experts warn we may be entering an era where personal freedom depends entirely on whether those in power decide to allow it. The Simpsons made us laugh with jokes about Homer being spied on in his backyard. But today, it feels more like a chilling warning. Springfield's satire might be pointing us toward a world where the walls really do have ears and the cameras never blink. Prediction number 5. Robot takeover of work. The Simpsons has always poked fun at technology replacing humans. In multiple episodes, Springfield workers are swapped out with machines. Bartenders, factory employees, even teachers. Inevitably, things go wrong in hilarious ways, with robots malfunctioning or going rogue.
Imagine having a robot as your teacher, my nigga. I don't know how that's gonna work out, but I feel for the kids who gotta go to school. Like, bro, y'all, man.
Back then, it was just another silly exaggeration. But here in 2025, it's starting to look terrifyingly real. Automation is advancing faster than ever. Robots now run assembly lines, deliver packages, and even prepare food. Self-driving cars and trucks are threatening to upend the entire transportation industry, while AI is already taking over tasks in journalism, education, and customer service. Experts warn that by 2025, millions of jobs could vanish, jobs that everyday families rely on to survive. The terrifying part isn't just the loss of work, but the ripple effect it could cause. Mass unemployment could lead to economic collapse, widening inequality, and social unrest. Imagine Springfield with Mo replaced by a robot bartender, or the nuclear plant run by machines instead of Homer. It's funny in animation, but in real life, it's society turned upside down. When The Simpsons joked about robots replacing humans, it was meant as playful satire. But today, the punchline is hitting a little too close to home. As machines become cheaper, faster, and smarter, the question isn't if they'll take over, it's how soon. And if 2025 is the year automation crosses that tipping point, then The Simpsons may have given us a glimpse of a future we're not ready to laugh at.
What, that would not be funny. Robots taking over, my nigga. Then they getting more and more advanced as we continue. Then the crazy part is they man-made, so like we producing these things. You know what I'm saying?
Prediction number 4: America's political collapse. The Simpsons has never been shy about mocking politics, but sometimes their satire cuts a little too close to reality. In the infamous episode Bart to the Future from 2000, we saw Lisa become president and remark that she inherited a financial mess from President Trump. Decades later, Donald Trump actually did become president, one of the show's most famous predictions. But what's even more chilling is the aftermath. Later references like Trump-tastic voyage portray Springfield spiraling into chaos, hinting at instability, debt, and political division. Now, as the U.S. moves into the 2025 election cycle, those gags look more like warnings than jokes. The country is already deeply polarized, with economic pressures mounting and trust in government at historic lows. Analysts warn that the next few years could see political clashes unlike anything we've experienced before. Could The Simpsons have foreshadowed not just a Trump presidency, but the chaos left in its wake? The terrifying part is imagining America following Springfield's example. Leaders bickering while the economy crumbles, institutions breaking down, and ordinary citizens left to fend for themselves. What was once a cartoon about silly government dysfunction could become a frighteningly accurate picture of real-world collapse.
It's already collapsing, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's y'all favorite president, though. You know what I'm saying? They got people live, breathe, sleep, eat Trump. You know what I'm saying? So this who y'all wanted in office. So, you know what I'm saying?
When Springfield falls apart, it's funny. When America edges toward the same fate, it's terrifying. And if The Simpsons is right again, 2025 might not be about laughs at all, but about bracing for political chaos. Prediction number 3. Space colonization becomes mandatory. Over the years, The Simpsons has toyed with the idea of humans leaving Earth behind. In one episode, Springfield's residents are herded onto rockets, escaping a ruined planet in search of a new home. In another, Elon Musk literally moves into town, pushing futuristic space tech. At the time, these were quirky gags about humanity's obsession with space travel. But in the real world, things are moving faster than anyone expected. SpaceX, Blue Origin, and NASA are all racing toward Mars, with serious missions planned for the mid-2020s. While these efforts are framed as exploration, there's a darker question lurking beneath. What if space colonization isn't optional, but necessary? Climate scientists warn that rising sea levels, food shortages, and energy crises could make parts of Earth unlivable sooner than we think. By 2025, we may be looking at space colonization not as a dream, but as a survival plan. And that
Damn, nigga might have to, dog. I'm going to Mars, bro. I'm going to Mars. No, I might go to Jupiter. Nah, I ain't going to Jupiter. I might go to Venus. Venus, yeah. Man, this girl disingenuous. Can't lie, she's a genius. Pull up like, hi, fuck Mars, we on Venus. Venus.
exactly what The Simpsons joked about, being forced onto rockets because Earth is simply too damaged to sustain us. It's a chilling thought. Springfield's parody of humanity abandoning its own planet might be our actual future. Instead of futuristic adventure, colonizing Mars or the moon could mean desperation, exile, and the terrifying reality that Earth is beyond repair. The Simpsons laughed at the absurdity of Springfield blasting off into space, but if we reach 2025 and find ourselves preparing for mass migration to the stars, the cartoon may have nailed one of the darkest predictions of all. Prediction number 2, the internet collapse. If there's one thing modern society can't live without, it's the internet. The Simpsons knew this long before we did, making endless jokes about Springfield's total dependence on being online. In one episode, the entire town goes into chaos during a blackout, unable to function without technology. In others, Homer's obsession with online scams and Lisa's internet addiction poke fun at how fragile life becomes when everything relies on a screen. But what if those jokes weren't exaggerations? Experts warn that by 2025, cyber attacks could become one of the biggest global threats. Hackers targeting banks, hospitals, or power grids could cause massive blackouts and collapse entire systems. Some researchers say we're one large-scale attack away from losing not just the internet, but the infrastructure that keeps us.
That'd be tough. We lose the internet though, bro. I ain't gonna cap, y'all niggas. Y'all blowing it, bro. Stop hacking. What the fuck y'all hacking people for? Like, damn. What type of thrill y'all get from hacking, bro? Like, what's the point, bro?
Running. Imagine waking up one morning to find your phone dead, ATMs empty, grocery stores unable to process payments, and even basic utilities offline. That's the terrifying scenario The Simpsons hinted at. A world where a simple internet crash brings everything to its knees. We laugh when Springfield riots because they can't check their email, but in real life, the consequences would be catastrophic. So, could 2025 be the year we face our first true internet apocalypse?
I hope not, bro. I hope we don't, dog, because we need the internet, bro. As much as a lot of stuff going on it, we need it. I ain't gonna cap.
Was right again, society might find out the hard way just how dependent we've become on a system that's far more fragile than we want to believe. Prediction number 1, the end of the world. Treehouse of Horror Apocalypse. No countdown of terrifying Simpsons predictions would be complete without the Treehouse of Horror specials. For decades, these Halloween episodes have shown every possible end-of-the-world scenario. Nuclear wars, zombie outbreaks, alien invasions, pandemics, and dystopian wastelands where Springfield struggles to survive. At first, these were just spooky parodies of horror movies. But today, they feel a little too close to reality. Look around the world in 2025. Rising nuclear tensions, ongoing pandemics, climate disasters, and global unrest. Suddenly, the cartoon image of Springfield reduced to rubble by catastrophe doesn't seem like far-off fantasy. It feels like a warning. Scientists, politicians, and military experts are all pointing to this decade as a dangerous turning point. A single misstep could unleash consequences that spiral out of control. What makes The Simpsons so haunting is that they've been right before. They predicted presidents, pandemics, and corporate takeovers. So when they show a vision of humanity teetering on the edge of apocalypse, it makes you
If they showing anything, you gotta take. Oh, they're supposed to represent Inside Out?
wonder, are we laughing at dark
Oh no, I'm tripping.
or watching a prophecy play out in real time? Could 2025 be the year when one of these nightmare scenarios comes true? Nobody knows for sure. But if history is any guide, ignoring Springfield's warnings might be the scariest move of all. The Simpsons may make us laugh, but sometimes their humor doubles as a terrifying glimpse into what could be waiting for us in the not-so-distant future. So there you have it, the most terrifying Simpsons predictions that might hit us in 2025. Some of these seem silly, some far-fetched, but remember, this cartoon has been right before. From presidents to pandemics, The Simpsons has nailed shocking real-world events decades in advance. So when they hint at a cashless society, mass surveillance, or even world-ending disasters, it makes you wonder, are we laughing at the future or staring directly into it? What do you think 2025 will really look like? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more deep dive.
It's already horrible, but bruh, I ain't gonna lie, The Simpsons is crazy how they predict these things, you know what I'm saying? So when y'all watching these Simpson episodes, make sure y'all, you know what I'm saying, taking that into consideration. Like, you know what I'm saying, it's high possibilities that these things might actually happen. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts on this video, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe.